last time a governor actually fought.
It's interesting. And he loves boxing. That's a dude that loves the sport. Supportive of all kinds of local promotions, local fighters. And it's pretty damn awesome, I think.
Yeah, and that's, to your point, he sponsored pretty much every combat fight. There is boxing, kickboxing, new line cage fighting, everything. The guy loves West Virginia. He loves fighting. We couldn't have a better person running for governor, so he's amazing, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, stepping into the cage is Zack Shrewsbury. He trains out of Black Diamond, boxing under Scott Coon. His last fight, we saw him in a dogfight, absolute war of attrition, where he came out on top against a very tough guy. And he talked to me before this fight. He said, I've dealt with my cardio issues. I've dealt with these things. And you're going to see a different Zack Shrewsbury. But he's facing off against the toughest test of his career by far in Tyler Mileto. Tough man champion. Former West Virginia University wrestler. Very, very game guy here. A guy who's used to competing at the highest level of whatever sport he's involved in. And I know he carries big power. Look at this dramatic entrance behind the curtain.
Making us wait.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is brought to you by the Dutch Miller Auto Group. We are back. We're brought to you by Preston Dental. We're brought to you by Chris Miller for governor. You just heard from the man himself. Let's get back to the fights.
This is our first boxing match tonight.
And here we go, Tyler Mileto, a tall drink of water coming out here. And we see here Tyler Mileto talking to Eric Mon, getting ready. This is going to be a barn burner. I promise you that, ladies and gentlemen. Both these guys are go-for-broke type of fighters. They're guys that are going to be absolutely banging.
Both of them look to be ready and in good shape.
I love seeing this. It's just two guys that are consummate competitors, just getting started in this sport. I think we could see both of these guys in a few years as pros.
Introducing our blue corner.
Thank you.
Help me remember the sponsors.
Tyler, Big Country,
Big Country. So big, with a name like Big Country, you think he's going to throw a lot of overhand rights?
You would think he needs a bigger belly, bigger beard, and a bigger mullet. That's what I know. With that nickname,
He's got the Francois Botha shorts. That's the name from the past that fought Mike Tyson. Also did some K1 kickboxing, but very nice shorts.
those are cool. You know, he killed a wolf and made those shorts.
It's like Beowulf. Ooh.
Nice slip there, though, out of the way of that right hand from Mileto. Man,
Oh, wow.
from Zack.
And Mileto just eats it.
And you saw in Zack's first fight, he held his breath and he gasped about 30 seconds into that fight. He told me, I've learned my lesson from that. You're going to see a lot calmer version of me. He said I had a lot of pre-fight jitters. And on the other side of the coin, Mileto's been here a few times. He won that tough man tournament. He competed in the Baileysville Brawl. He fought Rick Randolph in the finals of that tournament, a guy who'd had nearly 50 fights in his second fight ever.
We can immediately tell that this is, solid boxing skill.
Mm-hmm.
Everything looks solid, crisp. Their defense looks good. They're fighting off the back foot instead of the front foot.
Nice jab from Mileto. It's definitely not a wild fight. Both guys are really looking to land that perfect shot.
Getting a little wild here.
Now, you see though, Shrewsbury, he has a beautiful 1-2. He throws nice straight punches. That's something we talked about before the fight. He said, I know that Milito's punches are wide. He said, if I come in and throw straight punches, I win this fight.
I don't like how Milito's playing with his mouth guard. If he gets caught with his jaw open like that, it's going to be bad.
Milito's problem is he's overthrowing.
Yes.
That's why he's coming up so short, and he's going to get countered over the top if he's not careful.
And that's the end of round 1.
I mean, as a taller fighter, he's definitely not commanding the distance, unfortunately. That's something I'd like to see more. He's pulling the jab, but not actually utilizing the jab, which is why his punches are coming up a little short.
It's almost everything he's doing, he's reaching. He's reaching with every punch. You see a good boxer, they're so loose. Their hands come so fast, so loose. You see he looks a little bit wooden, and he's a wrestler. He's a guy who originally was a grappler. He's a WBU wrestler.
Makes sense. And, you know, to that matter, maybe he tasted that power early on, and that's why he's a little tentative, a little bit afraid to commit to those punches.
First right hand that Shrewsbury landed was a bomb.
It's beautiful. And again, it goes back to those shorter fighters. They have to have a good overhand right. You know, that makes up the distance. So that's why you can kind of look and you're like, all right, that guy's got an overhand right immediately, and they do. That's the key to them getting inside, staying away from those long reach and those long punches, those 1-2s.
I think we're seeing Milito's at a little bit of a technical disadvantage. You know, Shrewsbury trains full-time under Scott Kuhn, who's a very good boxing mind.
Yeah, so they're out in Welch, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Black Diamond Boxing Club. And I think you see the technical advantage from Shrewsbury, but Mileto has game-changing power.
Yes.
If he can land one of those right hands, it's gonna definitely change things. But you see, he's not got his distance down. He's not figured out where he needs to be to land it.
Ooh. He almost got hit with another overhand right.
And you see his footwork's off, too. He's a little bit, his feet aren't quite under him. A little bit flat-footed, not bouncing like you see a lot of boxers.
It's also coming pretty straight ahead, right? No side-to-side movement like Shrewsbury does.
Well, and that's boxing. You know, a lot of people don't realize that striking is a battle of the outside foot.
Oh!
Yeah.
Pair of nice rights from Mileto.
And he's turning this into a dogfight, and that's exactly what he needs. The more wild he can make this, the more he's going to have an advantage over Shrewsbury. Still, see, he's just coming up a little bit short every time.
Absolutely. Even that, right? There's just no snap.
Well, you know, Mileto talked to me yesterday. He's like, I do not feel comfortable with my jab yet. He's like, it's something I'm working on.
Okay.
He said, I don't know how to snap it. He said, I'm trying to learn it, but it's something he struggles with. And he said, my left hook, I don't feel powerful yet with that. He's got big confidence in that right, though. You can see it, too.
Makes a lot of sense because we're seeing that right now, right?
He throws it almost like fastball. He's throwing it like almost like a baseball pitcher.
10 seconds in the round here. Mileto looks to get busy.
I think that was a beautiful body shot from Mileto, that right hand to the breadbasket.
Yes. That was a lot better round for him. That was very good.
And I think it's what it is. He's got such an unusual style. It's not like a traditional boxer. He's just he's figuring out that distance where he can sail that right hand home.
So what do you think they should change in the third round? Do you think, in your opinion, what do you think Mileto needs to do in this round to come ahead?
Well, I think he's got to make it more of a dogfight. I know it's crazy to say, but like he's not going to win a technical boxing match with Shrewsbury. He needs to get Shrewsbury tired. He needs to make him work because that's what we saw Shrewsbury struggle with in his last fight.
I'd agree. And that's a lot of times you'll see a good boxer go against even like a tough man fighter. And if the tough man fighter stays in his face, you can't box.
And that's what we're seeing.
Yes.
I had that in my last boxing match. I dealt with a guy who he wasn't trying to box me. He was trying to fight me. And it's weird because you're used to sparring people just sitting back boxing. You're like, I don't have any space.
Changes your distance. Yeah, it's hard to deal with, right? And that's what we need to see right here. Like if you're boxing a boxer and he's doing better than you, then we need to change some things up. But that being said, he's still doing a great job.
If you're Shrewsbury, if I'm Scott Kuhn in the corner of Zack, I'm telling him you need to stay on the end of that 1-2. What is going on right now?
He was complaining about a shot to the back of the head.
And he did get hit in the back of the head, but
he was moving into it, It's not like an intentional fight. You got to keep going.
There's some big shots here from Tyler Mileto.
He's doing what we said he needs to do.
Exactly. He's making it dirty.
And that's one thing I think we doubt with Zack. He's doing it again. He's starting to turn away. He's starting to get tired. He's starting to fade. This is when Mileto's going to come on strong. And we saw that in the last fight. It was almost like he wanted to quit. There's a part of Shrewsbury that is wanting to check out right now.
I think I agree.
Mileto's on him.
Yeah, look, he does not look happy.
He looks away and walks away. He did this last fight, same exact thing.
He's still complaining about the back of the head.
Listen, you're going to get hit, right?
You can't let things get in your head in the middle of a fight.
You cannot do that. Yes, stop.
Nobody cares. He's not hitting him in the back of the head.
Yeah, you got to fight. There's no timeouts in boxing. We got to go. Right?
And you wonder how much of that is him just wanting a breather.
Yes, exactly.
Because you see he's fading bad. And Mileto's looking strong.
Yeah.
He doesn't look tired.
But is this round going to be enough for him, right? He needs to put some more pressure on.
He's got to stop him. I think he's got to try to stop him.
He's measuring him.
He needs a 10-8 round.
Yes. He's running out of time.
And the only way to get that is with a knockdown. So go for it.
So you guys need to stop looking at the ref and fight.
Man!
There it is.
He's looking.
And there it is, Mileto.
He's got to dig deep. He's got to dig deep. He smells the blood.
Got like 5 seconds.
He's off. I think Shrewsbury's going to survive, and this makes it a very interesting fight to judge.
Yeah. Unfortunately, if he could have put more together, I think he could have finished it that round.
That's progress for Shrewsbury, I'll tell you. He was doing that 30 seconds into the first round, the first one. He told me, I'm working on that. I'm trying to get it better. But you see there's still that little something inside him where he's got that quit in him. He's got to get rid of that. The further he's going to get up, the more technical guys he fights, they'll drag you into deep water and they'll make you drown.
Yeah.
How the hell are these boys?
But that shot to the back of the head really bothered him. And here's the thing about fighting: like you're gonna get fouled. There's gonna be things. If the ref doesn't see it, you have to fight on.
Exactly.
After 3 rounds, the judges score this bout a unanimous decision. For your winner, out of the red corner, Tyler, Big Country Mileto.
And again, it's a clear third-round victory for him. I would say clearly lost the first, so it's whatever happened in that second.
Yep, that second was the swing.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Big Country, Tyler Mileto. My friend, that was a hell of a fight, and you had to dig deep to get this win. First round, I think he might have took that one. He was trying to come out stronger and stronger. Second and third, I believe that one in the fight. Talk me through.
I didn't know how it was going to go, but as the rounds kept going, it kept getting better and better. We both did training, as you can see, and we got you Monday.
So, tell me, what's next for you? You know, you're a former WBU wrestler. You going to keep boxing or are we going to see from your TBA. Ladies and gentlemen,